You mentioned provision of benefits to athletes. What does that mean?
What the settlement has effectively done is provided at the Division I level the opportunity for institutions to provide up to $20.5 million in additional revenue in directed payments to student athletes. That is up to individual schools to make very specific decisions around what that looks like. But it can come in the form of more scholarships to more student athletes. There's a roster cap now on the number of student athletes that can participate on any given roster. And there are no more, or there is no more the concept of scholarship limits. It's related, your scholarship limits is really related to the number of people on your roster. So in other words, if you have 25 softball players, you can award 25 scholarships, whereas the cap used to be, I believe, 12 for softball. And you could divide those 12 scholarships up however you wanted to, but there was no limit on the number of student athletes that could compete on the roster. Now there is, and that scholarship cap increases. Again, that's an institutional decision as to how much of that additional aid that the institution can afford to provide. And as an extension, there are also additional benefits in the form of directed payments that some student athletes may receive. So you can have student athletes on a full scholarship or not on a full scholarship elect to receive a certain amount of money paid directly to them.
By the university.
Correct, by the university. And that is in addition to anything externally in the name, image, and likeness space, where student athletes enter into contracts with third parties that are compensating the student athletes for their name, image, and likeness, which is very similar to what's happening on the institutional side. Is the student athlete enters into an agreement with the institution for that same type of name, image, and likeness agreement.